yours for
No, it's
signature,
okay.
and then it goes.
Relax.
Yeah.
I just found out. Like email. But the draft that I have, I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so back and forth with Kurt for
Chris Gray,
Until my mom said
you said did it, okay.
about a month and a half. I made all the adjustments she suggested, I sent it back and the draft we have.
I don't have, so that's, you can see on the. Yeah, so I think we should do this. And then we could edit the video.
You gotta cross all the T's and dot all the I's.
Oh, I didn't even mute it or unmute it.
Yeah. I just need to schedule it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, you only need one.
Okay,
3 has always been.
okay, thanks.
Exactly, that's why they usually.
Okay.
South Central.
Okay, thanks, okay, bye-bye. Trying to mute it, but I don't see where mute is.
Was this the present?
It's okay.
Oh.
It's not. I'll give this.
Right before we left.
Good evening and welcome to our hearing, everyone. This public hearing of the Guam Police Department is now called to order. The time is 6 p.m. and today is Thursday, February 12th, 2026. Thank you to everyone joining us this evening, both in person and online. For this public hearing regarding the Guam Police Department's body-worn camera Administrative Adjudication Act process for the Guam Administrative Rules and Regulations. For the purpose of this public hearing is to provide information and receive public input regarding the use of body-worn cameras during police operations. This hearing is conducted in accordance with the AAA process pursuant to Public Law 3757 for the implementation of body-worn cameras, referred to as BWC, into the Guam Administrative Rules and Regulations, which we will refer to as the GAR. In accordance with the Open Government Law, public notice of this hearing was announced through media outlets and disseminated via email to the 38th Guam Legislature, Mayor's Council of Guam, and through GPD social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. Public notice was also posted on GPD's website and the Guam Public Notice portal. Additionally, the draft BWC policy and proposed administrative rules and regulations were posted on the websites and available for review in advance of this meeting's hearing. Printed copies of the policy were made available for public access no less than 10 working days prior to this hearing at GPD headquarters and all GPD precincts. These documents were also shared with the 38th Guam Legislature through the oversight chair of the Committee on Public Safety and the Mayor's Council of Guam. This hearing is streamed online via the Governor's YouTube channel, and it will be available for viewing at a later time. In compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, GPD has made reasonable accommodations to ensure this public hearing is accessible to all members of the community. ADA accommodations include, but are not limited to, American Sign Language interpretation, accessible facilities, and reasonable modifications upon request. Individuals requiring additional accommodations were afforded the opportunity to contact the Office of the Chief of Police at 671-475-8509 or via email at chief@gpd.guam.gov. With us this evening are Major Paul Sayama, Captain Don Flickinger. In the center is Colonel Joseph Carbolito, Sergeant Mike Elliott, and Stacey Anderson from the Attorney General's Office. Written testimony that has been submitted will be packaged along with all other testimonies. We will continue to receive written testimony that may be submitted directly to the Office of the Chief of Police or via email at chief@gpd.guam.gov 10 working days after the last hearing. I will share a few administrative rules to ensure this public hearing proceeds in an orderly, respectful, and productive manner. We kindly ask that all cellular phones and electronic devices be placed on silent or vibrate mode. If you need to take or make a phone call, please step outside the hearing room. We ask all participants to be kind, respectful, and attentive to others who are speaking. This hearing is an opportunity to listen and to share perspectives, and we ask that everyone allow speakers to complete their comments without interruption. Any individual who disrupts the proceedings or fails to comply with these administrative rules may be asked to leave the premises. This public hearing is conducted for the purpose of receiving information, comments, and suggestions from the public. It is not a forum for debate. All comments and recommendations provided today will be accepted into the record and taken under consideration as part of the AAA process. We will make every effort to clarify the process and answer procedural questions as best as possible. All information relevant to today's discussion is contained within the draft BWC policy and the draft BWC GAR, which have been made available for public review. At this time, I welcome Colonel Joseph Carbolito to deliver brief remarks about the BWC initiative.
Yes. Good evening. On behalf of Chief of Police Stephen C. Ignacio, I am Colonel Joseph S. Carbolito. In 2021, the Guam Police Department applied for a body-worn camera grant through the United States Department of Justice as part of our continued commitment and strengthening transparency, accountability, and public trust. On January 4, 2022, GPD was formally awarded the grant, and the department received the funding on May 6, 2022. Legal authority for implementation through Article 4 was added to Chapter 77, Title 10 of the Guam Code annotated on December 13, 2023. authorizing the chief of police and the Guam Police Department to conduct the body-worn camera pilot program. On January 9, 2025, the department received its first shipment of 59 body-worn cameras, including docking stations and mounting equipment. Following comprehensive officer training, the cameras were initially deployed in 2025, July 2025, to the Central Precinct Command for testing and evaluation. In August 2025, the deployment expanded to all 4 precincts and the SWAT unit, with all 59 cameras placed into operation under the pilot program. On September 28, 2025, at the advice of the Attorney General of Guam, the body-worn camera program was temporarily suspended pending the adjudication process, which brings us here today. We would like to express our appreciation to the Attorney General's office for their legal review and consultation throughout this process. Their guidance has been instrumental in ensuring that the program is implemented in full compliance with Guam law and with appropriate safeguards in place. The Guam Police Department remains fully supportive of this program and confident in its value to our officers and our community. Upon completion of the adjudication process, we look forward to resuming and fully deploying body-worn cameras to our officers. We firmly believe this technology enhances professionalism, strengthens accountability, protects our officers from unfounded complaints, and reinforces public confidence in law enforcement. We remain committed to seeing this program through and ensuring its successful implementation for the benefit of our island community. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Carmelito. And now Captain Donald Flickinger Jr. will explain the BWC operational use flow chart.
Good evening, I'm Captain Flickinger from the Guam Police Department, and I am the body-worn camera program manager. So, in a nutshell, how it works, this is one of our body-worn cameras. What happens at the beginning of every shift is the officers assume duty. They'll log into what we call a kiosk mode. The kiosk mode will randomly assign a body cam to an officer, and they'll use that throughout the duration of their shift. So while they're on shift, when they get a call for any complaint or they encounter any citizen out on the road, it's a matter of pushing the button in the center which starts recording. And they let the public know that their encounter is being recorded. Okay? At the end of the shift, the officer will come back, put the body-worn camera back in the kiosk, and what happens from there is any video information that was collected, video and audio, is automatically uploaded to cloud storage, effectively making the body-worn camera, for lack of better words, empty, nothing in it, brand new, fresh. Okay? What else do you want me to use there, Warren?
Operational use flow charts.
Yeah.
Here on that.
So, what does the use of the body-worn cameras provide to the public? It allows police to better influence what gets seen and published, provides a more balanced and representative array of police-citizen encounters, increased officer safety, opportunities for training, improved evidence for arrest and prosecution. It helps to improve citizen behavior and officer behavior, increase transparency, and allows for further training because we can use body cam footage for training purposes as well, for upcoming cycles or just as a refresher for every officer that's out on the street. So again, it gets uploaded into the cloud and it stays up there unless we get a subpoena from the Attorney General's office or where we have to conduct an internal affairs investigation or a criminal investigation. Then that's the only time that the body cam footage is ever looked at. And to put it out there that once it's in the cloud, it cannot be deleted. There's only a few authorized to review it, and nothing gets deleted until we follow the protocol, which is in the body worn camera general order.
Thank you, Captain Flickinger. I also want to recognize the presence of Jillian Russell from the Attorney General's office and Lieutenant Felix Camacho, who is the staff assistant to the Chief of Police, with us this evening as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the portion where we are going to begin hearing testimonies. And we want to ask if members of the audience are here to testify tonight or provide any information. I have not seen any sign-ins, so I need to just make sure I double check that any member of the audience who's here tonight perhaps did not sign in and is wishing to provide information tonight. Okay, having seen no one who is here to provide testimony or information, we are going to move on with the process. So to our listening audience as well, who is joining us online, just for the record, we are noting that there are no individuals that are here to testify tonight in this process. So thank you to all who are here this evening. This hearing has now concluded. Thank you for coming and drive home safely. Thank you.